Hi Pisces, come on in if you'd like a little divination dose. Here is your scroll made in your name and essence. If you want to take a screenshot, just scry on your own time for any shapes or symbols that speak. Pisces, if you're ready, I'm going to close the eyes. You're welcome to join me, cleansing the palette of perception, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness, and be open to perceive and receive symbolic support. When you're ready, Pisces, we're here in the threshold of between November and December, so I look forward to doing your full Rorschach reading in December for December. But until then, let's kind of see what the air is around you now. Excuse me, my nose is itchy. I feel as though there's long arms with big hands. So I don't know if there's an overextension, Pisces. And notably, sorry, my nose is really runny. I just came in from feeding the birds. I'm kind of getting this, like there's a lot of fire, even though, no, you know what, that's Pisceans. I feel like you're working with fire energy. And it's almost as if I'm seeing a transformer happening. And transformation would happen in working with the element of fire. And there's a flame at the top. Specifically, it's like a propane flame. So there's a different element that you're working with in the Piscean energy. Like say if you normally maybe transform or cleanse or clear through like more of an oil heat where it's radiant, you know, it's slow and it's radiant versus maybe natural gas that is common to propane that heats quickly to perhaps like good old-fashioned fire. But I am seeing like transformation, like a transformer. And suddenly like it's like there's wisps all over my face. Like okay, I'll just leave it. So it might be something in maybe in regards to your face or the way you're seeing things, something along that lines. Might even be getting like touches from spirit as you're going through this, because there's a lot of strength here in the Piscean collective energy, and maybe you can resonate with that. It's almost as if like you're extending beyond your, like with the long arms, you're being able to extend beyond your comfort zone. And maybe this is why there's a lot of red. It's something that you really care about in regards to your own transformation, Pisces. That's how it feels. I'm also seeing a furnace or an oven. I see a lot of fire in this. But it's almost like it's clearing something up. It could be clearing something up in the water. And you're like a distilling. Thank you. It kind of feels a little harsh, but I'm not actually sure that it's intended as harsh. It's just how it appears, because it's like normally you might interact or invest in and just kind of interact is the right word. Interact in more of a watery flow, right? In this very fluidity. But right now, fire is really stepping forward. If you're resonating with this, like you can feel that heat. And I suddenly just saw a vision of like there's a flame at the bottom of the ocean that is able to burn in this pocket, and the energy that it gives off like heats, and I can see what would typically be seen as air bubbles, but it's like the filtering, but it's happening deep within, almost in like your hips to your heart is the oven space. And then at the root, some sort of work has already been done there. And I'm seeing this fire creature like, yep, we did it. And it makes me feel like when you're in meditation, it's very, like that's your first flame, if I may, first flame. Ooh, hi little man. What else do we have here? Hi. You coming in the reading? That's kind. All right, that's kind. Can we shove a bum, chum? Can we shove shove a bum? That's kindness. Coming into the Pisces reading. Cat butt. Thank you. All right, what else do we have here? What am I seeing and sensing and feeling? Thank you. There's some sort of landscape, like a cave. And this is at the sides. Okay, little man, I adore you. One moment. Okay, Pisces. Let's just try and keep going, see what he does. At the side of, like, there's caves, there's things growing. Remember when I was talking about, like, all the wisps on the face? And just as here, little man was rubbing by, that's what it felt like. Maybe you have an animal in spirit, or literally an animal that is stepping forward, as he's usually pretty good. And he's not too curious. So you might have a cat or a dog or some sort of furry creature in spirit, or of course in the tangible realm. My love, thank you. I'm also seeing almost like Taurus bull horns. This feels like a stubborn energy. And it's kind of at just below, no, just at the top of the rib cage. Might just be a particular energy maybe that you're burning through, or there might be a certain stubbornness that's stepping forward, or it could be what's being burned off, is how I'm feeling it. And at the top I'm seeing a dessert dish, and there's two ice creamy, you know, like if you're, I don't know if it's soft serve or some sort of dessert, but there's two of them in there in this one dessert cup. So you are doing something, Pisces, that is, and I'm seeing like fingers that are in the shape of hooks off to the side. There we go. Okay. So you're welcoming in kind of anything through this transformation, through working with fire. And almost what I can sense is either and radiant heat, flame, etc. in this furnace to fuel something, like it's generating a particular power, and these little fingers off to the side are like, okay, come on, it's here and now. Pisces are like, we're doing this now. Whether it's healing oriented, sorry, now I have cat hair in my mouth, healing oriented, or helping yourself is what I just heard. Helping yourself, Pisces. All right, I'm going to flip it to win it here, and we'll see. I can't believe he's in your reading. Interesting. So now when I flip it, I'm seeing people, and see how there's like a pouring out. So at some point in time, Pisces, I feel like you're going to not put the flame out, but you're going to cool it down when you're satisfied with the end result. It's almost like I'm seeing clay or like a kiln. And when it's done, you do turn the oven off. When you're done cooking, you turn the oven off. It doesn't stay high all the time. And you'll intuitively add this turning down or turning off so that you're not staying at high steam the whole time. It's almost like I want to say, if you're helping yourself, which by cause and effect also helps the collective, but it's almost as if it's not, I want to say kindly, it's not your responsibility to distill everybody's waters. Do you know what I'm saying? Even though like I'm seeing your fish like move around in this very harmonic, yin yang kind of feel, but at the same time it's like sometimes that cycle of giving and receiving is how do I say it's repetitive and it creates movement. But I feel like sometimes when a higher perspective of Pisces steps out, and it's like, hold on a minute, what am I filtering here? Like, what am I moving through? Is this even mine? So I'm not trying to be nasty in regards to the collective nature. I'm just saying, in this wheel, I'm seeing the Pisces are working on stuff in themselves. Like, come on, okay, we're going to deal with ourselves so that amongst the wheel the bigger wheel, the bigger wheel, the bigger wheel of interconnected nature, the Piscean energy is starting with the self, is starting with home base and saying, I'm going to clear up my giving and receiving cycle within myself, whether that's from mind and heart to the way maybe you interact, whatever the change is that you're looking to transform in any channel. There's also an anvil. So you've put a stop to something, is what it feels like. Something that was like Roadrunner style, maybe continuously gets away from you, and it feels like suddenly you put a stop to it, which could bring me to the feeling stubborn, or the way it would appear stubborn. Like suddenly you're not in a vicious cycle. Thank you, a vicious cycle. And I feel like this is with somebody else, if I may. It's like one aspect is pouring out and the other one isn't. So this might be another energy, potentially another Piscean energy, but apply as you may. It wasn't equal reciprocity, and that's why the yin yang, it was just like this vicious cycle. And you're like, hold on a minute. Like, do you know what I'm saying, Pisces? I feel like you do. If you're resonating with that, and again, whether that's personal, in your relationship, or in a job, or a career, or a hobby, just something wasn't reciprocal. So it's almost as if I can see one of the fish was a flat tire, and you're, and there's water bearing in there. So Aquarius could also be in there as well. It just didn't feel equal. Actually, what I see is you pouring, giving, and the receiver is just waiting to catch like your splash off. And you're like, I did it. And you're like, but did you? But did you? Okay. Apparently my cat is all up in your reading. Thank you. We're here for Pisces. We'll add on some tarot and oracle to inspire along with the inspiration of your scroll. Like, share, subscribe. It's always my honor and gratitude for your awesome awareness and attention, Pisces. Coming to life. Yeah, something is being transformed. Metamorphosis and cleaning house. Pisces. Though the scrying in my symbolic nature, it can feel like a long-winded story. It's a curious adventure as we empathically explore, and it truly is that freedom to just kind of feel around and to see what stands out. And I hope that you feel encouraged to embrace the same time. But look at that. Cleaning house, metamorphosis, and coming to life. Whatever you are cooking up, cleaning house, you are baking something into life, because I can't deny it. It is truly a transformation. There's butterflies all up in there. We're going over there. Thank you. And the Pisces, it feels very bold, if I may. It feels very bold. I love you, little man. But I don't want you to be discouraged, right? It's not about being harsh. It's for you. It's for you. And sometimes stubborn can get a bad rep, but if you are cleaning up a vicious cycle with someone, person, place, or thing, they're going to receive it as you're being stubborn. It's almost like I can see somebody like just like that bull on the other aspect coming at you, and they see red because you're no longer engaging. There might need to be some compassion to detox them from that, because there has been, healthy or non, equal or not, there has been two players to this cycle. So maybe some, brings me back to that oil heater, like a radiant versus a flame, even though you have a flame going somewhere else. The radiance just could take a little bit of time to truly warm your whole heart out of this cycle. Does that make sense? I apologize if that was a little convoluted. Door to personal healing and happiness. Pisces, you're on fire, and in such a good way. You are choosing personal healing and happiness. That feels so nice. If I'm sharing this energy with you, if you're still with me, it feels really nice. It feels like care. And I'm seeing those Swedish fish now. So now, like, it's sweet. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Strategy. That feather in there is about being compassionate. As your sights are set on like where these flat fish are in your life, and I'm not trying to be nasty again. I'm not trying to be nasty. Because I feel, you might have some attachment. There could be other people, places, or things that are attached to your flow. Because it's almost like magnetic. Victory is on the bottom. Don't worry about it if it's upside down. Okay, we're going to add on one last oracle card here for Pisces. Cleaning up attachments. Masks off if anyone who is really a flat fish saying that they're a Swedish fish. And now that I'm looking at your scroll here, the whole coloring is of a Swedish fish. All right, we're closing out for Pisces, and I'm doing my best here with cat butt, but he has good intentions. We'll take these two. Morning dew girl. Morning dew girl, touch the sky. Oh, you are... See how her braid from the sky is coming all the way down? You are fishing for your flat fish. If anyone is mucking up your ecosystem, and you understand that you've played a part in this, perhaps you've put up with it, is what I just heard. You've put up with it. Something about promises as well. If anything along this lines, you're calling them in with your hooks and you're fishing, and you're going to be able to take them out, and it's going to give you a new pond to play in, Pisces. That's the brilliance of all this. You're fire, you're cleansing, you're heating the water. So if those who will not thrive in like warm-hearted waters because you've raised the frequency of it and almost like turned up the heat to be like, if you're going to play with me in the Piscean, energy, it's being elevated. Givers and takers, equal reciprocity, and those that aren't, you're going to be fished out and flung. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me, Pisces, and for putting up with, but holding space for little men to join us. And until next time, have a great one. Thank you.